mental episode. I'm diagnosed paranoid schizophrenic, and I was following this semi-tractor trailer that I thought was transporting dead bodies for a white supremacy group. I was in a delusional state, and I read a lot of stuff on the Holocaust when I was younger, and I was just kind of scared about that kind of stuff. And when I go through a psychotic episode, I have train tracks and stuff behind my house, so I constantly dwell on stuff like that happened during World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was following this semi-tractor trailer, thinking that it was part of some white supremacy group, and some state troopers showed up on the scene to talk to me about it,
Mm-hmm.
and they kept playing with me like it was a joke, and they kept joking around with me while I was in this episode, and basically the cops sexually abused me that day. So what happened was, cops asked me what was going on. I explained to them that I was I was also, kind of just hard to go through this again,
Mm-hmm.
So, when so I got out of the car, that officer came up to me, I said, "Would you like to search me?" She says, "Yes." So we got in front of her patrol car cameras, and they searched me, and they didn't find nothing on me. I didn't have no drugs or nothing on me. And so we started talking, and I was telling them about my delusions I was having. And another officer showed up, this guy Weinstein, Andrew Weinstein, a state trooper for the Idaho State Police. He showed up, and he started asking me questions like, so he started asking me questions about if I was on probation or parole, and I said, yes, I am.
Mm-hmm.
I said, yes, I am on probation and parole.
Mm-hmm.
And my probation officer's name is Cliff out of Payette. So we contacted Cliff. Cliff said I was clear to go.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, he didn't let me leave. Found out that I was schizophrenic. He says, hand me the keys to your car. When I was like, what? I was like, I'm schizophrenic, And he's like, yeah, just hand me the keys to your car.
Mm-hmm.
And I handed him the keys to my car, and he says, hand me that pocket knife. So I handed him the pocket knife. And the pocket knife was 8 inches in front of my face, scared the living hell out of me.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm scared for my life. I was like, I feel like you're gonna, you want to take me out of the public eye to talk to me. I was like, I don't feel safe leaving anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I want to leave. And he started doing push-ups off my car door, intimidating me. He walked off. So in the delusional state I was in, I got out of the car and I was like, listen, I just want my keys, I want to go. Pulled his asp on me, so I punched him. Well, after he punched me, he started swinging at me, so I said, I'm sorry, I'm laying down. And I laid down on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and I was attacked by 3 state troopers, and one of them pants. They pulled down my pants, and then, closing me, pulled my pants back up, stood me up, and then took me to another patrol car I was searched, and they didn't find nothing again.
Mm-hmm.
Then they take me to the jail and move me out of the side of the camera in the video to a holding cell. Searched me, and they didn't find nothing on me. No, they searched me, and they said they found drugs on me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then they turned around and booked me for possession of meth, battery on officer ×2, bringing drugs into a secure facility, and I didn't have no drugs on me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have nothing on me. They had
Mm-hmm.
taken everything out of my pockets when I was on the scene. And what's happening is I told the public defenders about this, and they did nothing to do anything to follow up on any of my concerns. I tried to contact the Boise Police. I contacted the Attorney General's office. I contacted the Department of Justice, the White House. I contacted everybody to report the abuse in this sexual conduct by these state troopers, and nobody. Finally, I was interviewed by the chief and the lieutenant of the Idaho State Police,
Mm-hmm.
and or it was a captain and the lieutenant of the state police.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the investigation stopped. They didn't do anything at that point to try to test the clothes. I had my clothes admitted into evidence. None of my public defenders would do anything to test the clothes. So it was just, the whole thing was just injustice. It was corruption by the prosecutors, the public defenders, even the judges. Like, I contacted this to the judges. I told the judges that I was, sexually abused by the state police. I didn't have drugs on me. They're lying on stand. They're doing this and that. The defender is not impeaching their testimony. And so finally, they're like, well, you got to either hire an attorney, represent yourself, or use the attorney that we've given you. Is in evidence to be tested. They're refusing to test it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why don't you test it? I was asking the judge. I was asking the prosecutor. I was writing letters to the prosecutor. Hey, I got clothes that's, shows that I was sexually battered by these police. Why don't you take these clothes and test it? And they're like, oh, wasn't a big deal to them, And so I contacted all these other agencies, and nobody did anything to follow up on any of my concerns. So I filed a federal lawsuit myself. I went to the law library and I learned in books on how to do stuff. And I was blessed with this attorney I have, Nathan. I contacted him, and he was able to argue and fight with the state police in custody of the clothes. They sent him to aerosol research and engineering. And he found pepper spray in the inside seams of the right groin area of my boxer shorts, and it validated my claim. And they also further found that there's 2 pepper sprays deployed. One was sprayed on my back, and one was sprayed down my pants. And so this was not only validated my claim, but it also showed that they further retaliated by planting evidence. I can't see how. I was searched all these times on the scene, and they didn't find no drugs, and then all of a sudden, it's like, it's just so suspicious that it's just all of a sudden on me at the jail when it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't have nothing on me. And it's just, I've been trying to get this story out there for years now, and, I've been wrongfully incarcerated for the last 3 years. I was railroaded into a plea agreement from my public defender. They told me that I needed to plead to the drugs because if I pled to the battery, I would have the 3rd strike and they were going to give me a life sentence. And I didn't want a life sentence, and I was delusional at the time. I was off and on meds, and I'm paranoid schizophrenic, and I was in the jail on different meds, and I kept going through these different meds. When I was down at Blackfoot State Hospital, they kept putting me on like 4 or 5 different medications in Blackfoot. I gained like 35 pounds just on, it messed with my metabolism. Like, this whole incident with the state police just ruined my life in all sorts of different areas. Now, I've been in here for 3 years. I got a mom that's 60 years old. She's getting old. She turned 60 today. And I got a daughter out there that's, turning 17. She's going her whole life not having me in her life because, some corruption through the system. But yet, nothing's happening to these state police. They're still out there. They're just out there enjoying their life,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. What do you want how do you want the public to get involved?
I think just share this on any type of social media site,
Mm-hmm.
Share this to any police injustice video groups,
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that's prosecuting attorney to, look into this case, maybe press charges on the cops, do something,
Okay. Do you want people to reach out to you via JPay if they have more questions or want more information?
Yeah, they can get a hold of me on JPay. My number's 5149, and I'm in the Idaho Department of Corrections.
Okay.
Sorry, this interview was a little. It's just hard going through all this stuff. You know?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it's hard to. It's like you're having to relive it by telling me, your story. But hopefully, if enough people hear your story and see this video, then it'll put some heat on the right people, and hopefully we can help you get back in front of somebody to get it handled.
Like just a cop just walked into the room, and so
Oh yeah.
I just get like, I don't know if it's like PTSD or something.
I'm sure it is. Oh, I can't hear you now. Mm-mm.
That's weird.
Talk again for me. No. That's weird. Yeah. No, but at least we got all the information, so I feel like we're good. Why don't you give me a call now, and I'll record it again. That sounds good? Okay. All right. Call me now.